Hi, this is Lee Thurburn. In this video, we're going to cover the basic email processes and tools and techniques that you need to become familiar with to get the maximum benefit out of the NetOffer system. So we're going to start by going to the CRM database section, and then we're going to click on CRM, View CRM Database. Now, we're probably going to be changing that button to say Contact Manager, so it could say Contact Manager by the time you actually watch this video. So, to send an email to somebody, first of all, you have to have somebody to send an email to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the text search, and I'm going to type my name, Thurburn, just my last name, and I'm hitting enter, and the screen is going to flash and then come back with a list of all the people that match that name. So there's a number of different accounts that I have, and so I'm going to choose this particular account right here, which is ID number 15385. Now I'm going to click on my name under the member name column, and that's going to allow me to send an email directly to that person. Of course, in my case, or this case, that's me. So I'm going to just type a subject. This is a test subject for email video, and I'm going to just copy that, and I'm going to place that in the text area, and I'm going to now go ahead and click on test message, and I'm going to click on send test message, because you always want to send a message to yourself to test it to make sure that it looks the way you want it to. Now I'm going to open my Gmail account and go look and see if the message has arrived, and here it is in my updates. Here is the message. This is a test subject for email video. Alright, so we know that the message came through basically, so now let's go ahead and begin to kind of expand upon it. Well, the editing tool for email is the same editing tool that you would use within WordPress for creating a web page. It's called TinyMCE for those of you that want to know those kinds of things. The editor, when you create a web page with it, it works differently than when you create an email. Web pages and emails are displayed with different technology. So when you use this tool, this TinyMCE text editor, to create a web page, if you think that creating an email it'll look the same, it won't. There are some differences. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. I'm going to open this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a few things by taking this piece of text and just going ahead and making kind of a large email text area, and then I'm going to break it into paragraphs for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to create a couple of bullet points, and then I'm going to highlight two of the things I'm going to make bullet points, and I'm going to click on the bullet point tool, and now I'm going to make the title bold, and I'm going to go ahead and click on send or test message and send another test message. So I'm going to click send. It's been sent. Now we're going to go look at the email, see if it has arrived here. Here it is, and you can see here's the message that I have just created with bullet points, broken it into paragraphs. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to insert an image. So we're going to go back over to here, and I'm going to put my cursor right at the level of this line, and I'm going to go up here where it says upload insert, and I'm going to click on the image insert tool, and I'm going to go to my computer, and I'm just going to go find an image, and in this case I'm going to use the OnPoint Concierge logo, and I'm going to upload the image, and now the image is in my uploaded area, and you can see the image has some different sizes, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the medium size of 300 by 61. I'm going to insert it. Notice that the alignment shows that it's being inserted with right alignment. So I'm going to click insert into post, and here's the image. Now you'll notice that the image is horizontally perfectly aligned with this line. Now it is right justified, and you can tell when I click on the image that the right justification icon is highlighted, so we know that it is right justified. I'm going to go ahead and click test message, and it's going to send the test message. And now let's go look at the message that just came in. Here it is, and I have to show display images for the image to show up. Notice that in the email the image was right aligned when we sent it, but here it's not right aligned, it's actually centered, and it kind of messes up the text here because it's centered right on top of the text. Well, that's one of the things that email and web pages don't do the same. If that had been a web page, it would be right justified, but with an email it's not. So with images in an email, unless you actually are sending using a template, it is best to either center the image, and that way you know exactly where the image is going to be, or it's possible to right justify the image. Now the problem with right justification is the editor wants to wrap the image with text around it, and it doesn't always come out looking the way you want. So the best way to handle images is to center them. Now I've centered this image, and I'm going to click test message, send. It has been sent. Now we're going to go look at the message that just came in, and I'm loading my messages. Now I'm going to go look at the message that just came in. Got to display the image, and now the image is centered, but we still have an issue with it not quite being correct. So what we want to do is we want to come back, and we're going to just go ahead and put an extra space in here. Now my cursor is up here at the top, so what I'm doing is I'm bringing my cursor down, and I'm going to put it right behind the image and hit enter. So this is one of those things that you kind of have to play around with, because it doesn't always work quite the way you want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a space in here for the image, reinsert the image, and now I'm going to go to my media library because it is stored in my media library. Show the image. I'm going to go ahead and center justify it this time. Use the image. Now it's center justified, and I have a space. That's what I was trying to show you. I have a space between the image and the rest of the email. Go ahead and send test message. Send. Now let's go look at the test message. Here it is, just came in. Display it, and now you can see that the image is between the first paragraph and the next paragraph, in this case bullet points, and it's left justified. So even though we centered it, it came out left justified. That's the nature of how email readers work. So my whole point here is when you create an email, you should test it a few times, play around with the formatting, test it a few times, and make sure that it comes through looking acceptable, or the way that you want it to look. Okay, so now that we have an email that looks the way we want to, we can go ahead and just click send to the message, or since we've crafted the email, we may want to copy it for future use, and then maybe even send it to a larger audience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy the email. Now you can copy the email by just dragging and highlighting, right-clicking, and clicking copy if you have a cut-paste feature on. But I'm going to go to the HTML version. I'm going to right-click, select all, right-click, copy, go back to the visual version, and now I've saved the HTML for this email. Why would I want to do that? Well, now that I've got the email looking the way that I want it to look, I can go back to the dashboard, and I can go back to the CRM, and I can go ahead and search for the same search. This time I want to send it to everybody. So I'm doing a search for Thurburn, and in this case I get, I don't know, 15, 20 different Thurburns, are all me. And so now I want to send the message to everybody. Well, if I just click on send message to all results, I can now send the same message to everybody, and you can see the email creator tool shows that it will send it to 20 people. So I can, now that I've got the editor up, I can go to HTML, click, put my cursor in the content space, paste the HTML, go back to visual mode, and I've just copied and pasted the email with the exact same formatting that I had in the prior email that I constructed. Why would I want to do that? Well, when you copy and paste an email that's not in the HTML mode, there will occasionally be formatting issues that you have to deal with depending upon the browser that you have and the browser version and some other issues with your computer. So the best way to eliminate those variables and make your copy paste 100% solid is to copy the HTML, not the visual portion. So I'm going to go ahead and send this email out to the 20 people. Click send email, and a moment later it comes back and says one email was successfully sent. Well, the reason that it might give you a message like that is because you may have, in my case, I had a number of my own emails in there that were the same email, so it only sends the email one time to one email address. That should not normally happen with you because our system prevents people other than me from having the same email and having multiple accounts with the same email. But in any event, that's how you would send an email to a large number of people. And if I click on the email reader and go back and now look at the update, here's the email that I sent. It looks just like the one I sent a moment ago, but this one was sent out to me as a group email. All right, so that really is the main point I want to make in terms of the basics of using the email send message tool on our system. I'm actually going to show you one other thing now, that is how I construct emails typically to go out to people when I'm doing my marketing. And again, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a list of people that I could send to, all named Thurburn, and I'm going to go down and I'm just going to go ahead and choose the same account that we've been working with, and I'm going to go ahead now and create an email with a video and laid out in a fashion that I have found to be very effective. So we can go ahead and have the subject line, and I'll do version 2 on this one so we know which one it is, and then I'm going to go ahead and insert that text, but this time I'm going to insert a special code in front of it, and that code is going to allow me to insert a variable from the database, first name. Now I'm going to make this larger so that it's easier for you to see, and I want you to notice that from left to right, the sequence for putting a first name variable in is open curly bracket, underscore, first, lowercase, name, the capital N is critical, and then you follow it with a lowercase or an underscore and then a closing curly bracket. That's going to, when this message is sent out in a bulk email, is going to insert the first name of the person it's being sent to so that your emails are personalized. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next line and I'm going to insert a graphic. In this case it's going to be a graphic that says click here to view videos. So I'm going to click on my upload insert and I'm going to go to my media library, and I'm going to have to go to about page 5, I think. It's either page 4 or 5, so I'm moving over to find the graphic that I'm looking for, and here it is down here. Watch this video. That's the graphic I want, so I'm going to click on show. That brings it into the loader, and I'm going to take the 300 and I'm going to do center, this medium size, and I'm going to center it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this image, and here's the image for the video. Now when I click on the image, notice this section right here, I can't click. I'm trying to click right now on this link builder tool, and if I hover, you'll see that it says insert edit link. The one next to it says unlink, which this is like a linked chain, this is like a broken linked chain. And so what that means is if I click on this, now I can click on the build link or the insert link, and I can create a link to a destination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. So I'm opening my YouTube video manager under my YouTube channel, and I'm going to go grab a video, create a report of referral. So I'm going to grab this video by going to the page. I'm going to come down to
in this video we're going to demonstrate how, as a group facilitator,
actually I'm not going to go down to the share. I'm just going to copy the address right here at the top in the address copy. Now I'm going to go back over and I'm going to paste that address in the URL field, and I'm going to tell it to open a link in a new window, and I'm going to go ahead and update. So what we've done is we've now put a link in this video that'll take us to the YouTube channel where the video can play. Now if I go back over, we can see that this video is 1 minute and 50 seconds long. So a really good thing to do is to always insert a little bit of information so that people know how long the video is. Then you might come down and you might close it out, say please call with questions, and then Lee Thurburn, and then a phone number. Now that's a real simple but actually very effective email for marketing and getting a message out. You have a teaser you have the actual subject, then you have a little teaser line that tries to capture their interest, then you tell them how long the video is, you give them a video to watch, and then you close it out with a simple little statement. There's not a whole lot to read there. This is a very simple video. You may say click here for more information. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to have them click on that link. So you highlight that and you go back to the link building tool and you send them to wherever you want to. Like maybe I want to send them to Google for more information, so I add the link, and now that becomes a link just like the video has become a link. Now one of the things I want to show you is I'm going to back up just a little bit so I can grab the tool here and expand the window. Notice how there's a space in between these. Let's say that you want to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the line, bring it up, and now I'm holding the shift key and hitting enter. And I'm gonna down click and I'm gonna back it up, hold the shift key and click enter. What you do when you hold the shift key and click enter is you remove the extra space between the lines and you sort of tighten it up to make it look the way that you want it to look. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and click send test message. So the test message has been sent. We're going to go back and now we're going to look and see that we're going to see that test message. We're waiting for it to load. There we go. Go to updates. Here's the test message with a video. If I click on display images below, now I can click on watch this video, and depending upon how your browser
in this video we're going to demonstrate,
it may actually display the video in in the panel where the email is instead of taking you to YouTube. It does that when you're using and looking at videos inside of Gmail, but doesn't always do that when you're looking at videos in other email readers. You'll notice that the first name did not insert a variable. There's two reasons. Number one, we were sending it through the test message process, and number two, we're sending it to just an individual. I don't think it sends it that way to an individual. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and click send message, and now that the message has been sent, we'll click back over, come and look at the message, and it did actually insert the variable when I sent the message to an individual. And again, if I click display the video, we can see the video, and we can click on it, or we can click on this link to go to wherever we want to. So those are some basic tips on how to use the email tool that is in the NetOffer system, and it actually demonstrates how to send a video within your email. That concludes this video.